Hello everyone and welcome back to Co-Realize, going down Victor Frankenstein's route. Sorry, it's been like almost a week. I just looked at how many days it's been since my last video and I feel really bad. It's just I could not do hardly any recording this week. I just feel so bad. I'm so sorry. But we're going to be going down Victor's route. I will probably try to get 2 episodes recorded so that way tomorrow I can just work on editing and get them out quickly so you don't have to wait in between. You don't have to wait a week in between videos. Because no one likes that. Um, got hit with the alpha invite too, so I was going to record something today and get it out there, and then alpha, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I did a little bit on the alpha. I got some stuff recorded, but I'm not going to edit it yet. I'm going to get this video recorded and edit it and put that out there because the alpha is going to last for a week, so I don't really need to. I don't feel the need to post that right away. Anyways, so yeah, let's finally start going down Victor Frankenstein's route. He disappeared in the last chapter. Hasn't been seen for 3 days, I think. I think she said the next day and the day after that, the day after that. So Victor's nowhere to be found, and I am dying to know what happened to him because I don't really remember. I got my snake out. He's with me. He's freaking out because I got him a new cave, and that's all he's been in the cave for like 5 days. He just now came out, and he's not used to me handling him anymore, so he's just like all over the place. Anyway, a faint wind blows through the window. Poor Cardia, she looks so sad. I look up from my reading and sigh. I thought this would help me take my mind off things just a little, but I can't concentrate at all. And no matter what I do, I find myself constantly thinking about Victor. It's been several days since he disappeared. We still don't know where he went. In truth, I'd like to go looking for him too, but I've been strangely tired since the day Finis died. The best thing to do right now is to rest at the mansion until this unpleasant sensation goes away. At least that's what Lupin and everyone else has been saying, so I've been following their instructions. Suddenly I hear a knock at the door. Yes?
入っても構いませんか?
It's Saint Germain's voice. Could it be? Has Victor returned? No. I rush to open the door, but Saint Germain is standing there by himself looking sad.
朗報を伝えられず申し訳ありません。あなたの気が紛れるかと思い、お茶のお誘いだったのですが。
Thank you, Saint Germain. Although I'm thankful for the Count's concern, I can't help but feel disappointed that there's no news of Victor.
だいぶ気をもんでいるようですね。
Well, of course she is. No, I'm sure Victor knows what he's doing. He must be alright. I know it.
その様子を見る限り、無理をしているようだ。
That doth protest, methinks. Saint Germain puts down his tray and takes the seat next to me. I'm not protesting. Protesting. What?
無理をしていないというその言葉こそが、ひどく無理をしているように聞こえますよ。
Really?
ええ。それに私ほど長く生きていると、心の機微などにはより敏感になりますから。今のあなたはとてもわかりやすい状態ですよ。
As Saint Germain smiles at me, I suddenly become embarrassed by his attention and look down.
フランのことが随分と気になっている様子。その理由は何でしょうか?
Because he's a friend.
なるほど。仲間ですか。ですが私にはそれ以上の気持ちがどこかにあるように思えますがね。
How very observant of you. You think so?
ええ、そうですとも。
The pleasant scent of tea that wafts over me somehow lifts my spirits and is comforting. I think carefully before I speak, but when I do, the words pour out of me as if I'm releasing my feelings all at once. When I talk to Victor, my heart feels at ease. It makes me want to keep talking to him. I know I'll see him soon, but it's always painful to leave his side. Seeing him smile makes me very happy, but it also makes my chest ache a little. When Victor is sad or angry, it's like my emotions are riding a wave. And I don't really understand why. Here enters the Saint Germain, the love counselor. Did I say something funny?
ああ、これは失礼を。いいえ、何もおかしくありません。あなたのその思いはとても素敵で、何よりも大切にするべきものですから。
Saint Germain smiles kindly.
私には何もできませんが、陰ながらあなたを応援させてもらいますよ。
Rooting? For what?
それにあなたが気づいたとき、きっとまた一歩、あなたの世界は広がることでしょうね。
As soon as he says this, Saint Germain stands up and begins clearing away the tea that he had brought. Wait, we haven't even had any yet.
このお茶は一度下げましょう。話に夢中で継ぐことを忘れてしまいました。今のままではきっと渋くて飲めませんから。
But that's such a waste.
それでも無理に渋いお茶を飲むことはありませんよ。
That is true. I mean, even if it is a waste, I wouldn't want to drink gross tea either.
すぐに入れ直してきますから待っていてもらえますか。今度こそおいしいお茶をゆっくりと楽しみましょう。
Saint Germain smiles and leaves the room. While I wait for him to return, I sit there alone thinking about what we had talked about earlier. Then, I realize that Victor has become a very significant person in my life. Just remembering Victor's face telling me that I'm not a monster, that I'm just a kind-hearted girl, it makes a warm feeling spread in my heart. That's why I draw a small breath. Victor, where are you? I look out the window and whisper. It's a little too early for dinner. Everyone had returned to the mansion, still without being able to locate Victor or find any clues that will lead us to Father. Van Helsing, the last two, returns, says he has something important to tell us, and asks us together in the lounge for him.
そんで、重要な報告って何？俺今、夕食の準備中なんだけどな。
いいから聞いていけ。つい先ほど掴んだ情報だが、ビクトリア女王がフランの保護を解いた。当然、我々の保護もだ。
Victor, what did you do? What?
これより我々は再び第一級のテロ犯罪者ビクター・フランケンシュタインの一味としてイギリスに追われる身となる。
Victor wouldn't cause trouble. Funny.
呆れるほどに重要な報告だろ
う。ちょっと待て。そんな情報俺の耳にも入ってねえぞ。一体どこから手に入れたんだよ。
情報の入手先をお前たちに教える必要はないだろう。ただこれは間違いなく事実だ。
You didn't get it from Alistair, did you? Because we already know that he can't be trusted.
明日にはこのことが世間に公表され、フランと我々は正式な犯罪者となる。
We're all criminals now.
おいおい、それじゃ機械の部品も料理の食材も買いに行けないじゃん。塩切らしてたのに。
心配する場所がずれているのがなんともインピーらしいですね。
But why is this happening all of a sudden? It's hard to believe that Queen Victoria would go back on her word so easily. And Helsing sighs before continuing.
フランがテロ行為を起こしたそうだ。
It's probably not a terrorist attack. He probably just snooped where he wasn't supposed to. And Victoria's like, nope, that's enough.
場所はバッキンガム宮殿。ジクテリウムという毒物を使ったものだ。
Oh, we know that's not true. Someone made that up, definitely. Yeah, that's someone just getting at Victor because he is probably in someone else's business that he doesn't need to be. When I hear this familiar word, my body tenses up. Dicterium, an early form of the horologium in my chest. Victor had told me about its uses as a weapon while we were in that underground laboratory.
ジクテリウム。
吸血鬼戦争当時、試験的に運用された毒素だ。
戦争利用。負の遺産ということですか。
And Helsing nods in response.
まだはっきりしたことは言えないが、少なくとも20の死者が出ている。意識不明の者も多い。フランがなぜそのような行為に及んだのか、またなぜ戦争利用された毒素などを持っていたのか、それら疑問は多く残るが、起きてしまったことは事実だ。フランに疑惑がかけられていることもな。
Yeah, main suspect, not actual person, not actual, what is it? Which means they probably don't even know who it is. Let's see, well obviously Victor would never do something like that, but let me get out my things just to see chapter 9. Yep, Victor would never do something like that. Victor, he'd never do anything like that. The force of my outburst surprises everyone, even myself. I'm sorry for shouting, but I can't bring myself to believe that Victor would do something like this.
俺も同感だ。てか、本気でフランがやったなんて思ってる奴はここにはいねえよ。
そりゃあね、あのフランがそんなひどいことできるわけないって。
シシーが膝の上で寝てしまって動けないとソファーで硬直するような人柄ですからね。無差別殺人などもってのほかでしょう。
We all agree that there's no way Victor could be the perpetrator, but we still don't know the truth. Perpetrator, that's the word I was looking for. We'll need to watch out for the yard and the eyes of the public again tomorrow. That's when it happens. Oh no. I was like, is it Sholmes? No. She's having that aching pain in her chest again. Suddenly my chest begins to feel warm. Then in an instant the heat grows to be unbearable. The gem in my chest feels like red hot molten iron. I grab my chest and fall to my knees.
Cardia!
You know, I think Victor might have disappeared because he knew something was wrong with Cardia. He's looking to try and figure out what it is. Because he knew something was up with her in the laboratory. Victor's the type of person that, you know, would notice these things and try to take action. That's my guess anyway. The heat and pain take my breath away, but after 10 seconds or so, it all disappears as if nothing had happened. I'm fine. I just got a little dizzy. Whatever. What just happened? As I ponder this, I look down at my chest where the horologium is within me and notice something for the first time. Does it change colors? Faintly, ever so faintly, it's dimming? I think it's dimming. Maybe not. The horologium is pulsing with light in a steady, continuous rhythm, like a heartbeat. I can hear the sound of a clock ticking. After all that, I go back to my room. The light from the horologium and my body, ever since the encounter with Finis in the lab, my body has definitely changed. I have a feeling that these changes aren't things to be happy about. But showing the horologium to a doctor probably won't solve anything. I know. Let's just say you don't have a heartbeat, just like the last doctor. You need Victor to help you. Victor. Perhaps it's because I'm worried about my condition or just because I want to see his face again. I call out his name, not fully understanding why. Because they all saw that I was physically unwell. Everyone besides me, even Deli, has gone to town to look for Victor. Yes, get that alchemist doctor in here. Only person that can really help her. CC would usually be by my side at times like this, but he doesn't show himself. Perhaps he's got his own thinking to do. I look up at the ceiling in a daze, lost in thought. I am an artificial life, a homunculus created by my father. I am not a human. I am a man-made monster. No, you're not. We've already discussed this. I have a sudden urge to see Victor's face again. Victor, who had kindly smiled and said that I was just a normal girl. I really want to see him. Aww. So, like, every one of these routes, she's gonna go for the person who's like, you're not a monster. And it's like, oh, I'm in love with you. Because you said I'm not a monster. Everyone doesn't think you're a monster. Everyone in this house doesn't, but I guess because Victor's the only one who's actually, like, said it to her. Now that I think about it, I don't even know. I don't know if Saint Germain does or not. At least not at first. I don't remember what his response is. I don't know how long it has been. There's no telling when he will come back. I am alone in the mansion. I lay down on the bed to get some rest, but perhaps it's my anxiousness that keeps me from getting any slumber. I know that I should make my physical condition a priority, but I can't stop thinking about Victor. Ever since we met, Victor seems to be hiding something from everyone, especially me. I had thought he was hiding the fact that I was a homunculus. Victor has said that he didn't tell me about that because he didn't want to hurt my feelings. But was that really all? The reaction he had inside the lab where he learned that Zincterium was used and was confiscated by the Queen should tell you that has something to do with that. This is just a hunch, but I feel like Victor is hiding something from me. Yep. Maybe his secret is directly related to where he is now. I'm going to check out Victor's room. I'm gonna go snooping around. I know that it's rude to invade someone's privacy without their permission, but my concern for his well-being trumps my regard for propriety. Victor, I'm coming in. I know he's not in there, but I apologize before stepping into Victor's room. The room is dark, but the moon shines in. It smells a little bit like Victor in here. I'm embarrassed to be thinking this and try to clear my mind of such thoughts. I start to search for clues about where he might be. That's why I'm here. There's no time to let my thoughts wander. There's so much paper. There are open suitcases on the floor and tall stacks of documents on his desk. I slowly look through everything but find nothing. Moreover, there aren't any documents written in English, so I can't tell what most of them say. Really? Where's Victor from originally, then? I continue digging through everything, although I feel guiltier by the moment. And then I finally discover something that might be a clue. This is... While the majority of the document here are loose papers, I see one leather-bound book buried among everything. Maybe it's a journal. I flip through the pages, but most of it is a formula that I don't really understand, along with a lot of technical terms. I see some notes in Victor's handwriting here and there, but nothing significant. Nothing here either. As I sit there disappointed, a single sentence catches my eye. The moment I understand its meaning, my mind goes blank. What does this mean? Please tell us, Cardia. The book slips from my hands, but I am too distracted to be bothered to pick it up. A single sentence in the corner of a page reads, "It's my fault Cardia was created." Oh no! Poor Victor. I feel so bad for him. I wonder if you guys can guess what he's talking about when he said it's his fault she was created. I leave Victor's room and rush back to my own, almost as if fleeing from the words. I lay down on the bed and try to calm down. Suddenly the words flood into my mind. Victor created me? Does that mean Victor is my father? No, but he was just responsible for something vital about you. Is Victor Isaac Beckford? No, he's not. That's impossible. Victor is still young, there's no way he could have a daughter my age. But that probably doesn't mean anything. I'm not a real human. I might not actually be as old as my appearance would suggest. Yeah, she's probably not as old as she looks. She's probably only created like, I don't know, 5 or 7 years ago, something like that. In the remote chance that Victor is actually my father, it would mean that he's been lying to us this entire time. He's not your father. If that's true, what could he have been thinking while he was pretending to help us? My thoughts shut off. There's no way Victor is my father. He couldn't have been tricking me this whole time. I want to believe it, but yeah, because Finnis would have a totally different reaction to Victor if he was Isaac. What do those words mean? My thoughts are all jumbled and I sigh with a heavy heart. Whoa. Oh. I think someone's tapping at her window. I hear a sound coming from the window. It's Victor! What could it be? I stand up and look outside. I see a rock wrapped in paper sitting on the outer windowsill. I pick it up, careful not to drop it. Something is written on the paper. It's Victor's handwriting. I quickly look out the window, but there is no one out there. He must have already left. I feel discouraged, but I look down at the letter. I need to tell you something important. There is a traitor among us. I need to talk to you tonight. A traitor, huh? I'll be waiting at Tower Bridge. I want you to come without telling anyone. I'm so glad. I bet you that's a trap. I bet someone made Victor write that to you. I hold the paper to my chest, feeling above all else relief and happiness that he is all right. Because the only person I could think, there's only one person I could think of as a traitor, and I don't feel like he had a prominent role in this route, but he might, and I've just forgotten about it. Tower Bridge. What Victor wrote, what could he mean that there's a traitor among us? Normally I wouldn't take those words at face value and would ask the others, but everyone else has gone from the mansion. What should I do? I close my eyes, thinking hard for a few seconds. Obviously you go. I'll go alone. I leave a note just in case and exit the room. I walk through the night into the city and arrive at Tower Bridge. The moon is very bright tonight, making the darkness of the shadows stand out. The streets are deserted at this time of night. It's a world apart from the bustle during the day. Victor, I'm here. It's me, Cardia. My voice gets stuck up into the sky, up toward the wavering moon. Victor, where are you? I call out to him several times, but I get no response. Something's wrong. I think you were lured out there. I suddenly notice a figure standing in the shadows behind a pillar. Victor, why are you hiding there? I bet you it's not Victor. By the time I'm aware of what's going on, it's too late. Several more figures appear out of nowhere and surround me. They slowly advance, and I notice that they're all wearing the same eerie mask. Twilight, what are you doing here?
すべて君のために動員された兵士たちだよ。カルディア君。
Alistair, how dare you? The person in the shadow of the pillar, the person I thought was Victor, steps into the moonlight. You're...
ジミー・アレスター。黄昏の中で指揮官のようなことをしている。以前 一度だけ会っているはずだがね。
It all comes back to me. I saw him on the train we boarded when we tried to kidnap Venice. Where is Victor?
期待させて申し訳ないが、あのメモは私が書いたものでね。筆跡を真似た甲斐があったかな。
I knew it. It's a good thing she left a note. Then this trap is yours? A simplistic way.
芸のない言い方ではあるが、その通りだ。さすがに仲間を連れてくると予想していたが、たった一人とは。君は少々軽率だね。
Venice is already dead. What does Twilight want with me?
その疑問はもっともだと思う。君たちのおかげでフィーニスは死に、我々黄昏には君を追う理由がなくなった。
Except that Venice is not dead.
が、それと同時に我々は別の指揮下に入ったのだよ。より大きく、業の深い組織にね。
A sinful organization?
そしてその組織を束ねる方が君を連れてこいと言っている。それゆえに君をここまでおびき出したということだ。君の仲間は厄介なものが多い。真正面からやり合うのはこちらの被害も考えると極力避けたいのでね。
Who are you working for? Why are you after me again?
知りたければ我々と来たまえ。すぐにでもその正体がわかるだろうさ。
As to make Alistair's words a reality, the soldiers slowly close in on me. I quickly go through my resistance options, but I'm unable to come up with anything effective against this many enemies. I can't flee or fight. Just as despair begins to creep in.
Cardia!
Victor! A flash of light blinds everyone, and a blast of sound assaults my body, shaking me to the core. I shut my eyes just in time, and someone grabs my arm. With the roaring noise and the dizzying light, it's hard to resist.
今のうちに逃げよう。僕についてきて。
That voice, is that you, Victor?
ああ、助けに来たよ。
He grabs my arm as we run, then he lifts me up into his arms. Victor?
しっかり捕まってね。振り落とされないように。
You're too slow. I'm taken aback by Victor's unexpected strength. I can only cling to him.
ほう。ここで本物の登場とは劇的だね。総員、彼女らを逃すなよ。
Those Twilight soldiers behind us start to move at once in response to his order. We need to get away as quickly as possible. I think Victor has the same idea, but... What? Victor turns in an unexpected direction, not towards the end of the bridge, but over to the side. Jump! Victor, why are we going that way?
行くよ。息を吸って。
He leaps up, jumping off the handrail, still carrying me in his arms. We fly through the air. I feel helpless as the ground vanishes from beneath us, replaced by water. Are they shooting at them? I cling tightly to him with all my might. For a brief moment, I see the desperation on his face in the moonlight as I look up. Yeah, they're shooting. At the same time, bullets begin to chase us from down the bridge. He grimaces just for a second. What could have happened before I can ask? Sploosh. We hit the dark, cold water of the river. In the darkness, I feel Victor gently take my hand and start swimming, guiding me forward. I thought I'd never see him again. There's so much I want to ask him, but right now, I mustn't let go of his hand. I start swimming, determined to hang on. Can you imagine after like a week of not seeing him, you go to meet him and then you're ready for your life and he just jumps to a river with you? I think I would die from all the excitement. Are you alright?
ああ、気にしないで。大丈夫だよ。
After that, we continue swimming, going along with the river's current. After some time, Victor's strength begins to flag. When he runs out of energy, I start pulling him forward on my own. I continue to swim and swim and swim. Sometime later, we finally pull ourselves ashore. Where are we? We've drifted a good distance by now. Tower Bridge should be long behind us. But if we stay in one spot for too long, Twilight is sure to catch up with us. Victor, how are you feeling? I know you're tired, but let's try to take cover in the forest.
そうだね。わかった。
I feel like there's two CGs in this one then, because one's coming to mind. Victor stands up unsteadily. Victor, are you alright? Do you need to lean on my shoulder? Oh, his little laugh is so cute. What's the matter?
いや、これじゃどっちが助けられたのかわからないって思ってさ。
That's not true. You're the one saving me. I'm so glad you came. Thank you so much.
ああ、そういう意味じゃなくてさ。なんだか君に心配されるのは心地いいなって、そう思っただけだよ。
Victor smiles and starts walking. We find a place to hide for a moment and let our bodies rest for a while before we set off on a serious escape. Our clothes are soaking wet, so we need to dry them for ease of movement. The break helps Victor regain his strength as well. I put some of Lupin's lessons on avoiding capture to actual use, and we continue to walk in silence. Being extra cautious, I wait until I'm completely sure that we've lost Twilight before coming to a stop.
すごいな。あの黄昏の追跡を本当にかわせるなんて驚いたよ。
I'm the one who's amazed.
え？
I didn't think you were the sort of person to take such risks. There's no telling what Twilight would do if they caught you.
そうだね。僕自身、勝手に体が動いて驚いたよ。
On its own? Why?
さあ、どうしてかな。
He was just compelled to save you. For a split second, the words written in the corner of his journal crossed my mind. I brushed these thoughts away and cleared the fog inside my head. Victor, thank you for saving me. I couldn't have done anything on my own. I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so glad you're safe. Oh, he's blushing. Did I say something wrong? I was really worried about you.
あ、いや、なんだか嬉しくて。僕が急にいなくなった理由とか、きっといろんなことが気になるはずなのに。何より最初に僕の心配をしてくれたことが嬉しくて。
Of course I am. You're important to me and everyone else too. We're friends.
うん。ありがとう。
There's so much I want to say to him and ask him about, and we must talk about the journal too. But any questions I have vanished when I noticed a red stain on Victor's abdomen. Yeah, he was shot. Victor, is that blood?
え、ああ、大したことじゃないよ。さっき逃げるときに、ちょっとね。
I don't think it's a scratch. You got shot? Is that why you weren't doing so well? Hold on, I'll give you some first aid.
わ、ちょっと。
Yeah, this is the CG I was thinking of. I lean Victor against a tree, taking off his white lab coat and gently lift up his shirt to see the area under the bloodstain. You're hurt. There's so much blood.
ああ、大丈夫だよ。見た目は確かに派手だけど、大した傷じゃ。
I'll stop the bleeding. Hold on. I tear some cloth from his shirt and put pressure on the wound. That's how you stop severe bleeding. This is something Victor taught me before. It's fine, the wound isn't too deep. Once I treat you, let's go back to the mansion. Oh.
そうだよ。傷は浅い。だから落ち着いていいんだ。
I thought his facial expression changed a little bit when she said go back to the mansion. What?
応急処置の時はできるだけ冷静に気持ちを落ち着けて対処すること、そう教えたはずだよ。今僕よりもよほど君の方が動揺してる。
That's...
でも今は君のそんな態度がすごく嬉しい。本当にありがとう。こんな最低な僕のことをこんなにも心配してくれて。
Why would you call yourself terrible? I take the cloth I was using to apply pressure and wrap it around the wound like a bandage. Victor slowly composes himself.
応急処置ありがとう。僕はもう行かないと。
She's not gonna let you go. Where do you think you're going? Go. Where are you going?
聞いて、カルディア。宮殿の毒ガス事件。犯人は僕じゃない。犯人は別にいる。今回のこともそうだ。誰かが黄昏を動かして僕たちを狙ったんだ。
Victor speaks quietly while looking me directly in the eyes.
最も可能性のあるのはフィーニスだけど、彼はあの時死んだはずだ。
Oh, he still is behind it. Who would try to get Victor arrested on false grounds and capture him along with me? Well, Queen Victoria kind of wants you back a lot to work for her. I don't remember if she based his capture on truth or a lie, though. I think hard, but the only person who fits that bill is Finn is who should be dead.
誰がどんな動機でそんな命令を下しているのか僕にはまだわからない。けど分かっていることが一つある。このままじゃ大勢の人がテロで死んでしまうんだ。
What do you mean?
覚えてるかな、あの地下で見つけたテロ計画におけるジクテリウムの運用。あれが今まさに現実になろうとしてるんだ。宮殿の事件はおそらくその前哨。僕が君たちの前から姿を消していたのもその件についてどうしても調べたいことがあったからなんだ。勝手をしてごめん。
I see.
はあ、まだ具体的な証拠が揃ってないこの段階では時期尚早かもしれないけど、僕はこれからビクトリアに直接対面してテロの危険性を訴えるつもりなんだ。
I sense strong determination in his eyes. If what he says is true, it's serious. This needs to be brought to Queen Victoria's attention as soon as possible. Why don't we go back to the mansion for now, and then we can all...
いや、戻るのは君だけだ。黄昏に屋敷の場所がバレたんでしょ。それなら君はみんなにそれを知らせて急いで屋敷を後にしてほしい。
What will you do?
僕はこのままバッキンガム宮殿を目指すよ。行動を起こすならとにかく早い方がいい。
You can't. I heard from Van Helsing that the government thinks you as a terrorist again. It's dangerous.
政府が相手なら大丈夫さ。ビクトリアにとって僕の知識はまさに命よりも重いものだからね。
But...
僕は行かなくちゃいけないんだ。逃げ出した過去を償うためにも。
I don't know exactly what he means, but something about the words feel like a rejection. Victor begins to walk away through the forest. Wait, before I can call out to him, I hear a familiar voice from the shadow of a tree.
やれやれ。また一人でどっか行こうってのか？
Well, if Cardia can't convince you to stay, everyone else sure can.
ルパン、どうして君がここに？
そっちのお嬢さんが書き置きを残してくれてよ。あとは痕跡を探して追跡ってな。話は聞かせてもらった。お前の言うテロ計画なら俺も関係がある。徹底的に付き合うぜ。お前も今や立派なルパン一味だ。お前の問題は俺たちの問題。それとも何か？俺たちじゃ頼りないか？
誰がルパン一味だ？
I knew someone was going to say something. Van Helsing.
少なくとも私はお前たちの一味に入った覚えはない。勝手なこと言うな、コソ泥紳士。
おお、いたいた。よかった。フラン探しに行ってる間に君までいなくなっちゃうんだもんな。
何はともあれ、無事で何よりです。お二人とも。
さあ、どうする？どっちにしろ逃げ場はなくなっちまったかな。
Think it over, Victor. You told me to start relying on my friends more. You said to ask you anything because nothing is too much trouble. Let me say the same to you. You're our friend. You can rely on us. You can cause as much trouble as you want. Our eyes meet and a few seconds pass in silence. Then...
わかった。僕の勝手に巻き込んでしまうようで少し気が引けるけど、みんなが協力してくれるならすごく心強いよ。
With Victor's admission, it seems like the tension drains out of the air.
それにしてもさ、フラン、お前すっごい懸賞金かかるみたいだぜ。もう俺がヤードに突き出そうかな、なんて。
インピーもその仲間として一緒に捕まってしまいますけどね。
Probably.
みんな本当にありがとう。僕なんかを心配してくれて。
ここに来てお前を見捨てる方が目覚めが悪い。それだけのことだ。
I turn to look at Victor, who is smiling.
どうかした？
No, it's nothing. You're a liar. Victor might be my father. It doesn't seem like I'll be able to get to the bottom of this right now. I know, I would ask him that in private too. Several days earlier, two figures lurk in the remains of Isaac Beckford's former underground laboratory. Bullet holes and bloodstains are everywhere. It's obvious a battle took place here. One figure approaches the center of the room filled with failures and lowers its face to the floor. It carefully observes the reddish-black stain before its eyes. Venice died here. It smiles. The figure then goes to the room filled with the documents. Just as Twilight had reported, it looks as if Isaac had left behind a large number of research reports here. The Royal Alchemist and Royal Society would likely shed tears of joy if they obtained the papers contained in this room. However, the room's visitor shows no interest in any of the scientific work and picks up a book of unrelated information. It reads a few pages from the book and smiles once more. The knowledge from this book, combined with what they already know, would allow them to figure out what Isaac and Finis were after. In that case, the figure thinks to himself, we could use this plan to prepare for everything to be set in motion. Not for Isaac or for Finis, everything is solely for Britain. I wonder if that's Victoria or one of Victoria's guards that went around snooping. Oh, chapter 10! That was a really short chapter. Okay, the British Queen. Wow, yeah. So I can actually get this edited tonight probably and get it out and then keep recording after that because it's less than an hour of recording, so it could be really fast editing. I like the short ones for editing purposes, even though short chapters are never really fun to read because you just want more of it, especially Victor. Victor's a good one to have more of. Anyways, so I wanted to stop the episode here and go edit it. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a thumbs up down below and or subscribe for the rest of Victor's route. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.